You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for Teen Mom. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest Teen Mom news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off, and the buzz continues. It's AfterBuzz TV for Teen Mom.
Hello, AfterBuzzers. This is your main Danny, Big Eddie D. So I'm here. We've got Isabel. We've got, I think in the studio, who did I hear? I heard DJ Jesse, but did I hear Phil in there too? Was it like 2 people in the studio?
What are you guys just doing over there? It is just me.
Really?
He just talks to himself.
It's just
okay,
me.
well,
I have 2
I think
different voices.
He was doing a voice, ladies and gentlemen. He was doing some kind of a voice, and he sounded like he was Phil in. And I don't know if I appreciate Isabel snapping her fingers because apparently, okay, here's the deal. Mari Fagel, who does her lovely hosting from New York, is unavailable this week. So we're going to give you a rundown for Season 3, Episode 10. Mm-hmm. What's the title of our episode this week?
Stay with me, Mr. Ed.
Okay, stay with me. Okay, well, let's start because Mari gave us, as she always does, a wonderful, nice breakdown. Let's start with Maci. Okay. Now, Maci in this episode is obviously overwhelmed. Would you agree?
Definitely. I mean, this is the girl that's always doing plenty of things, more than one thing. If it's not fighting with her baby daddy, it's trying to get more time with Bentley, or now moving away from Kyle, moving in with Kyle, and now she's not only mommy, girlfriend taking care of Kyle, but we find out she went back to school.
Yeah, which we were glad about.
Yeah, very, very happy for her.
But when I saw the fact that this dude can't even put his own sock on, okay, and what's the deal with how are you going to have to take care of your boyfriend that you live with, and he's living with his mama? He went to his mama for help. Well, how come you got to do both? Now, is she doing it just because she's trying to be a good girlfriend, or what?
I think that was just the day that he got out of surgery or went into surgery and they got out of surgery. She just wanted to be there, and I'm sure every mom, I don't know, my family's like that. If I would have gone into surgery, they wouldn't say, go back to your house, to your husband. It would be come back home where mom can watch the first few hours, make sure you're okay. Mm-hmm. And I just think Maci wanted to be there after he got out of surgery as well, so she drove to his mom's house to be there. And I think that's where he got operated. I don't think he got operated back home.
Okay.
So, it makes sense to just...
In Nashville?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But we were very proud of her. She doesn't stop anything, her daily routine. She doesn't, we find out it's also his birthday, and she has a crazy day ahead of her, and she does not quit for that day. She gets up, drops off Bentley, goes to class, gets out at 8, and then comes home, and it's when she says happy birthday to Tyler. I mean, not Tyler, I'm sorry. I'm already thinking of Tyler and Catelynn. We have a sad story for them.
She says happy birthday to Kyle.
And, she says it herself. I'm very proud. It was a tiring day, and I made it through.
Yeah, but she, everybody's asking her how you doing. She's like, I'm exhausted, and she's hiding in the bathroom. Not really hiding, but saying she wishes she could just lock herself in there. I was really feeling how overwhelmed she was that day.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? This is a young girl who got pregnant so early in life, but yet she's really, really, I mean, for him, that's the thing that, like, you always hear the parents say. Like, when kids are saying, oh, we can go out, we can take on the world, we can do this, and then parents will say something silly like, well, what if one of you gets hurt? Right. And then the kids will say, nobody's going to get hurt, we're not going to get hurt. Like Farrah says stuff like that, and her parents are always like, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? Mom, that's not going to happen. And here I was thinking, okay, here's the perfect example. Maci, really trying to do all the right stuff. You know, broke up with Ryan, whatever, and now it's with Kyle so long, and you know, at times wanting to start a family with him, wanting to be a really good girlfriend, all this stuff, and trying to do school and be a mom. Amazing circumstances to have to deal with for such a young person. So much responsibility.
I've always said it. I think she's probably the one that's the most mature of all the girls in the show.
Okay.
The show.
Now I have a question. She got these long blonde hair extensions, right?
Right.
Okay. How much did those cost?
They can be expensive, but they don't look like it's real hair. So if it's not real hair, they can be really cheap.
How much do those cost?
Well, like I said, we wouldn't know unless we know if it's real hair.
We're
talking about if it's not real hair, we're talking about $150 to $200.
Okay. Now, thank you for giving me a number. I was about to go ask DJ Jessica to do a lookup.
Let's we see at the very end, thankfully, that Kyle, even though he is useless for most of this episode, makes her feel better by, making him feel secure that he will babysit Bentley while she goes back to school. So for once, we see Kyle standing up and doing what we've been waiting for him to do, which is help her out a little and supporting her going back to school.
Well, okay. Good old Kyle. So, and also,
and I guess the big part here in her this episode is, we haven't mentioned or heard much of Ryan's situation in regards to the court. He still has not mentioned anything to Maci, and his parents bring it up again. I think he's just getting a little tired of this, and I think at some point he just doesn't really want to go through with it because he knows, overall they may not be best friends, but they have managed to keep it cordial between both of them, and I guess we can say they're somewhat of friends.
Okay.
So I think he just doesn't want to go through with this just because he knows it's going to change the dynamic between him and Maci. Or maybe he also sees how stressful she is with school and everything and just doesn't want to add to it.
Well, I got the feeling that it was all still just in the works with the lawyer. It wasn't like he wasn't doing or wasn't going to do. They were just asking him, hey, did you tell her about it
No,
yet?
they also mentioned, what have you done with the custody? He's like, I have to do some paperwork, and I still haven't gotten into it. And they go, why? I haven't gotten into it.
Okay.
And then we find out he's no longer working. So let's see if we'll, have to deal with him not paying Maci child support.
Wow. Okay. And we don't know. That's not something we really know the future on because some of the stuff like Amber stuff we know. We don't know. Okay. No problem.
So let's move on to your favorite girl, Farrah.
Yep. Farrah is the cutie pie. We love her, Farrah.
What's your number again?
Well, yeah, she called the studio.
We find out that lovely Farrah wants to go to Florida, which, I just think she wants to go to Florida so she can walk half naked. We see all these pictures of her all over the place in bikinis, and here now we know why. So she goes to Florida and decides to actually take baby Sophia with her, but does not invite her parents.
Well, that's because of how bad the trip was to the other place.
Right. She says this is the place she originally wanted to go before she got pregnant. This is her dream come true here. She really wants to get accepted and believes this is where her and Sophia can start a brand new life away from her parents. But, to give her a little credit, there was a time where she did say, I'm just frustrated. It's like you guys want to keep me here and I feel suffocated. You don't want to let me. That
Good.
I kind of understood.
Yes.
It's just like, it's not that she wants to move away to do anything crazy, go out, because she wants her daughter with her. At some point, her mom offers, why don't we keep Sophia here while you go to school?
Right.
And, and I understood her mom because I thought that's a big help there. Like, you can go to school full time, not worry about paying for daycare or looking for a babysitter that you trust.
Yes.
But I also understood her answer, her frustration of, really, Mom?
Well, and that's the thing that I'm seeing with these young people is that they go through stuff and they experience things and they don't really, most of them don't know how to articulate. That's one of the things we're always impressed with Tyler. He's always able to say so clearly what he's feeling and what he thinks that is the right thing to do. And Farrah, usually she just feels things, gets frustrated, and is mean or rude to her parents. This episode, that's exactly what I was impressed with, is that she broke down. She was crying, and she was able to put into words what she felt, and she said, You suffocate me. And you know what? We see that. We sit back and we see these parents that love and support, and it's real love and support. But parts of it makes her feel suffocated, and I'm with you. I kind of understand it, and I was like, Farrah, see, there you go again, growing up. Good job. But anyway,
and it just kind of
yeah.
feels like a relationship between them, even when she, calls them to just follow up and say we're here, everything's good.
Yeah.
She just sounds so much happier away from her parents.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. I guess in future episodes we'll see if they do the episode. I mean, she moves when she moves. I don't know, but yeah, she's gonna feel happy immediately. Like that's gonna be a relief right away. I don't know long term. I think that she's got to be upset at the idea of Sophia not being around her grandparents that love her so much. That's the only part that really sucks.
I don't really think it has anything to do with being around grandparents. I just think the help of people that you trust and your daughter has grown up with.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So let's see how that ends up. She seems to like apartments. She seemed to enjoy everything there. It seemed like it's a place where she may actually go ahead and move in. And I guess we're just waiting for her to see if she gets accepted to school.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Miss Amber and Gary.
Good old Amber.
Girl makes me so sad.
Okay, but she actually came through again with her communication about how she feels to her mom. Man, she came through to her mom big time. I mean, she gets arrested and she goes to jail, and then there's a no contact order. I mean, this is huge stuff.
No contact order.
Yeah, no contact order with her baby daddy.
Well, it's the same. Let's not forget why, though. If you remember, Catelyn's parents can have a no-contact order because there was domestic violence between both of them. So I think this is why there's no contact order between Gary and Amber, because this has to do about Amber beating the ish out of Gary.
Yeah. No, I mean, but it's just.
So it makes sense. Oh, Rihanna and Chris Brown.
Yeah, it's just a shame that they and. Gary said it, and I think his mom said it, something to the effect of, it's just difficult. It's so much more difficult now. You're trying to co-parent this kid. Everything's already hard enough, and now you can't even send her a text message or say, hey, forget it. Mom's like, how are you going to, exchange to do the custody thing? How are you going to pass it? They said, well, just have to use other people. So, yeah, more difficult time. But like I said, Amber was able to, she told her mom this. This is what impressed me. She said, I'm not grown up, Mom. I don't know how to do everything. I need you to be my parent. And you know what? That was like, I give her so much credit for saying that. And, I look this one, we know the future. We know she gets, and we say it every week, but we know that there's a suicide attempt coming.
Right, and you can see it because she starts mentioning, we see her sit down and just go through everything she's been through, 24 hours in jail. Says it felt like I was in there for days. Just everything she's dealing with, the no contact with Gary, having Leah be back and forth. We can little by little start seeing her break down. It's heading there. She's like, there's so much in my head, I'm spinning, I can't take it. I don't know how much more I can take.
Yeah.
So it's just sad to see her crumbling little by little, because every episode that happens, it's just her just going towards that.
Yeah, but the thing is, we see these, like that thing getting arrested. It seems sort of like they didn't fully expect it, right? And so here she was, she's, on the tail end of getting her house ready. She got Leah back, and then boom, this type of thing. And so I'm wondering what the heck went down that led up to what we know is coming in the future on the show. It's just, I can't imagine. It's like, she seems like every time she gets thrown a curve, it's difficult, but she handles it.
Right.
She came out of jail and wanted to see her daughter. It's just I know the future. We know the future, so it just makes it. I'm just wondering what's going to happen.
Let's give some major props to Gary's mom. She's just awesome to Leah, and so is Gary. They're just, every time you see her around Leah, always playing, trying to keep her happy. Just, you never see her mom backmouth, Amber, ever. I mean, that was his mom. I'd be cussing Amber out every day. But she's just sitting there like, okay, I know it's bad, I know it's hard, but you gotta be like so supportive of Gary and Amber.
Yep.
And the baby. So, it's sad to see that, but we'll see what happens and
Okay.
why Amber ends up the way. Now, the biggest storyline of this episode was Catelynn and Tyler. And, for once, even though I predicted this since, Teen Mom or 16 Pregnant,
right.
it's sad to see it happen.
Do you think it happened? I don't think it happened. I think they okay. So
It's
first of
gonna
all,
happen.
Mari last week gave you credit. She's all, I wish Isabel was here because she goes, in the previews we saw that they were
I don't think it happens, but I don't know if you saw the previews for the next episode, and it's gonna happen.
Okay.
And it's just but you know what? This is a thing where it's like, oh, come on. None of these couples would have lasted. Like, we all know what happens. High school sweethearts. It's, 1 in, 100 that actually make it and last, and many of them can end up finishing after 30 years of marriage or 40 years because you've never had that.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's not possible, but they're just so young. They've gone through so much, and it just seemed like this strong bond was holding them together.
Yeah, and we always talk about it, but it's funny that the one couple that in this show that gave their kid up for adoption is the one that tried to stick it out, and actually, is doing it right now.
But in other seasons, when they did an after show, they did have a conversation and said, we don't believe we would have been together if we had, our baby with us now.
Yeah.
We don't think we
Oh, really?
Yes. So, but here I just think, they're growing up, and Catelynn mentions herself, we're going in different stages. Tyler is back, it's in college. Catelynn is trying to work through her high school, and we finally, I've seen it before, but I never thought Catelynn felt this way. She feels, I don't want to say ugly, but just does not feel, she compares herself to other girls at the club, and she just doesn't feel pretty enough around Tyler when there's other girls.
Yeah, and she's always been good at, saying how she feels. When she said, are you going to go, are you saying you're going anyway, even if I don't go? He said, yeah, I'm going to go whether you go or not. For her to immediately say, well, that makes me feel like something's really wrong. I'm telling you, this type of communication doesn't happen in young people like this. I mean, it's so impressive, the conversation. And then what they do is they go and they see their therapist. Now, maybe these guys are a little over therapy, but look at their parents, their relationship with all the people. They got lots of reasons to see a therapist. See, they have lots of huge things. So for them to do that and talk about it and then go out and have a great night, I was really proud of them. I really liked how good they communicated. But yeah, she compared herself to other girls. She said she's insecure. She's crying when she's telling him, I don't want you to say you want to take a break.
But see, when she said, when you say you're going to go, I feel like there's something wrong. Because here's what I'm talking about. Tyler is starting to change. That's why she said, when you say you're still going to go, even though I'm not going, it's probably one of the first times that he's doing something even though she doesn't agree. So here he is changing already, and not for a bad way. He's just growing up and realizing, I'm sorry, girl, you are not going to be the one right now.
Yeah, but he's telling her, he's like, this is why we're engaged. I only want you. I mean,
that was at the very end, but at the moment he's like, I'm going. He said straight out, I'm not going to let your insecurities hold me back. A guy that's still in love does not say things like that. Or a guy that, I don't want to say a guy that's still in love because I don't even know if that's love what these kids have.
Right.
But a person that still cares a lot and does not want to lose you or worry about losing you would not say, oh, okay, you feel like shit? Yeah, I don't care how you feel. I'm bye.
Well, wait a minute. It wasn't that she said she felt like mess. She said that she didn't want to go because those places are not fun for her.
Right.
And he's like, he was positive the whole time. He was like, no, listen, if you go and just let loose and just go and just have a good time, you'll have fun. We'll have fun. Don't worry about anything. I'm not going to be dancing with other girls.
We don't know if this, again, we only get to see so little of the show. We don't know if they've actually gone out before and this has happened because she said, I can't stand seeing girls come up to you. They always come up to you.
Well, yeah.
Girls probably don't believe that they're together. They're probably like, oh, that's your girlfriend? like,
Uh-oh.
All right, DJ Jesse wants to jump in on the conversation. I'm sitting here listening to you guys.
Uh-oh.
I'm kind of going to side with Ed on this. Ring the alarm. I'm siding with Ed.
Yes, ring the. Oh my God.
No, but
I don't even know what this feels like. But go ahead, go ahead.
Can we
Explain it.
Can we mute DJ Jesse now?
No.
Girl, please. You want your phone muted? No. You want your phone call dropped? No, just kidding. No. Because here it is. I mean, Izzy, I'm hearing what you're saying, but at the same time, they're so young, and he could love the hell out of her. But at such a young age, and you guys are saying how mature they are, he could be going through the fact of, like, she's just not into this type of stuff. I'm not into some of the things that she's into. I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm going to go out and party because I don't have a child right now. And I'm not going to stay home every time she wants to stay home. And and for him to say at the end, like, we're engaged, like, we're together, like, and I'm not going to let your insecurities affect me. Like, I'm not going to let every time you give me an insecurity story, I'm going to drop up. You know what? Yeah, maybe I shouldn't go out. Maybe I should sit on the couch. That's what's going to cause them to break up. But letting him go out, letting him, and I hate to say it, I really hate to say it, but at this young age, they need, if they really want to be together, at this young age, let him go out. If he slips up and messes around with another girl, let that happen. If it's really true, then he's going to say that was a mistake, it shouldn't have happened, but get it out now while you're young. And, and get
Jesse.
But
all
really,
right.
But really,
well, you know
Isabel,
what? Hey, well, that's. I mean, he's got a point. You know, but I mean, I don't know if I would do it exactly like that.
I know. Let me call the hubby right now.
definitely-
Hubby, if you really want us to last, I need to go out and find me some
No. Wait, Isabel, how old are
So
you?
I
And
can
I'm not even
test
saying
my
that.
feelings.
I'm not saying for him to go out to do that, but I'm saying he should go out. He should be around kids his age. He should be partying. He should be doing that because if he, like you said, if he doesn't do it now, he's going to regret it in 30 years. And then he's going to act out. He's going to act wild. He'll probably be hooking up with younger girls when he's 30, 40 years old. But now is the time for him to go out, party, and realize, you know what? I kind of feel bad that she's at home. You know what? Next weekend, I'm not going to go out. Maybe I'll only go out once a month. You know what I mean?
Compromise, right.
But he needs to go through that. He needs to get it out of his system because if it's not out of his system, and the more she nags him, the more she goes along with him and makes the time bad, partying, if they go out and she's just up against the corner talking about, oh, well, she's this, and he's just trying to enjoy time with his friends, that's going to screw their whole shway up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Good input, DJ Jesse. We like that.
Thanks, Mr.
Like
Ball.
And I got a little annoyed with Catelynn. She keeps mentioning, oh, I'm the one that carried the baby. You didn't carry the baby. I'm all for skinny girls, big girls, medium girls. But I always feel if there is something that makes you feel insecure, anything about your body, we all have insecurities. Do things that make you feel better. But she's so attached to Tyler's head that if walking makes her feel better, going shopping for, I don't know, cuticle, anything that makes you feel better, she probably never even thinks about those things because she's so worried about Tyler looking or staring at any other girl.
Well, and you know what? Again, she's young, and she never had to deal with that. You know, she's had her youthful body before the baby. She'd never had to work hard or consistently to do something to stay skinny or be in shape or whatever. She never had to think of that. Probably never done anything in her whole life. You have to work that hard to do something like that. So, you know, that makes it a little difficult sometimes.
So we find out she is, you know, again, as you mentioned, Ed, they're very good at explaining their feelings and feeling the way they feel. You know, she says, everyone who's been close to me has left me, and she's just, you know, very frank and honest and mature and feels afraid that Tyler's going to be the next person to go, oh, it's so going to happen. And it's just so heartbreaking to know that she's the one that's going to be taking this the hardest, you know.
Okay, well, I mean, at this point, I think the next thing we're probably ready to do, DJ Jesse, is prediction. So if you wanna go into the news, you may. Let us know.
AfterBuzz TV News.
That's all you, Mr. Bowling.
Oh, all right. Okay, well, I'm gonna read the news. This is like I feel like Obama right now. I'm reading. What do you call the thing? Oh my God. Okay, so in the news, everybody, Maci, teen mom Maci Bookout has started filming for the fourth, which is rumored to be the final. Filming for the fourth season, which is rumored to be the final for original cast members Farrah Abram, Amber Portwood, Catelynn Lowell, and herself, Maci. The MTV star recently took to her Twitter account to dish on the joys of reality TV. That awkward moment when you're walking around campus with a full camera crew, Bookout wrote. This means that Maci has decided to go on going back to college, which we know. Then Farrah, teen mom, Amber Portwood's brother, Sean Portwood, isn't a fan.
Oh, look at him. He should call in.
Farrah Abram, the MTV star's brother, took to his personal blog this week to diss Amber's co-star for her behavior toward her parents on last week's episode. Watching last week's episode of Teen Mom has done nothing but confirm what I have always thought to be true. Farrah is hateful, Sean Portwood wrote of Farrah. Seriously, her parents bend over backwards for her, and she is so negative toward them. There is never a sentence that comes out of her mouth that is not sarcastic, disrespectful, or demanding. They support everything that she does, even when it is not necessarily correct. Okay, so I'm going to interject there and say, that's not true.
Well,
not
really,
every time. I'm not gonna listen.
time.
I'm trying to do the news. I'm trying to do the news.
Then we're not asking.
Moving on. I can interject. I'm doing news, so I can interject. However, Farrah isn't the only Teen Mom star that Amber Portwood's brother has ragged on. Sean also recently wrote a post about his niece's father, Gary Shirley, after little Leah was shown on television playing with a packet of condoms. Whoa. Okay, the whoa was mine. Catelynn tweeted to her haters, well, now people should see me getting skinnier and sexier by the minute. Thanks, guys, for all your support. I will post pics when I've lost all the weight I've wanted.
Can I give her my email?
That's good.
Give her my email.
That's good. We want to see her be healthy. And then finishing with Amber here, Jeff Lockwood, lawyer for ex-boyfriend Gary Shirley, says there could be more turmoil ahead for the Teen Mom star. In a new interview, Lockwood says he believes Portwood will lose permanent custody of her 2-year-old daughter, Leah, to Gary Shirley, with whom she has the on and off relationship that we see all the time, which hasn't been on for a while.
Right.
I think custody will go to Gary, Lockwood told the latest issue of Star Magazine, adding that to regain custody of the little girl, Portwood would have to be able to maintain a clean track record. Gary Shirley, 25 years old, currently has temporary custody order for Leah and does not plan on stopping Amber from seeing her child. Gary and Amber do have a relationship and a child, he added. It sounds like he's leading them on. Who knows? They may even move in together. Whoa. We will aim for her to have a whole lot of visitation, says Lockwood, hinting that Portwood may move in with Gary to allow her to be a full-time mother. I think that sort of makes it sound like more than it is. It doesn't. It makes it sound like they've actually got a relationship, and I'm thinking they probably don't. It's just
well, I think they do. There's been pictures, there's been everything.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's move on to predictions, DJ Jesse.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Okay, I actually am going to defer to the co-host here. I did not see the predictions, or I don't remember it.
Well, you can still give some predictions, like Farrah calling you an old pervert. But
I don't think she would say pervert. She would probably be respectful to me and say, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, Ed.
Because you're 50. So, in our predictions, we see Tyler already talking about picturing himself with other girls. I just have a feeling that this is just going to end with them just breaking up, and hopefully Catelynn knows how to cope with that. Farrah, we do see, I think, will finally move to Florida, and maybe we'll make it not even a year before she comes back asking her parents for help again and wanting to move back home.
Yeah.
We know what happens with Amber, so let's not even waste our prediction there.
Yeah.
Maci threatens Ryan to stop partying or she'll take Bentley. And I think she threatens
Okay.
him about partying
That part.
while he babysits Bentley.
Right, because he said, I did see that part of the piece where he said, I'm home, I'm with him when he's with me. I'm home
And
every
she
day,
said
every
no.
night.
And which probably means friends may have seen him out and asked like, does she have Bentley? And she must say yes. Where's Bentley?
Well, and last week actually, Mari said that she had a quote from Maci that said Maci admitted that she uses Facebook to keep track of where Ryan is and what he's doing. Because there was a whole question about did we agree that was okay or not or whatever. So, very interesting. But remember, I don't know. Ryan's now this, he's this like famous dude that I guess all the girls want, and so he's going from girl to girl. You gonna ask hubby if he's cool with that? Oh, is that the new booty?
No. Hey.
Is that the new booty?
Hello, DJ Jesse said I can have a new interest.
That'll make the relationship stronger.
Make my relationship
Jesse?
stronger.
No. If you were 16 and pregnant.
That's funny. Okay, well, listen, we'll say thank you very much, and we will see you all you guys, all you fans next week. Thank you for tuning in. Isabel, you want to say anything? Okay.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.